5 questions for Southside Wrestling. I am joined by Chucky T.
Hey.
Thank you very much for joining me.
Thanks for having me. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, sir. So, first question.
Yes, sir.
What's your opinions of UK wrestling?
Oh, I hate it. It's the worst. Probably the worst in the world. No, I'm just kidding. It's great. I love it over here. There's a ton of talented guys and gals, none of which I think I met on this tour, but I'm sure they're very talented. Yeah, and great crowds. Like, what, 900 here tonight? That's crazy. Yeah, no, I love it. It's great.
Excellent. First question then, the name Chuck Taylor. Is it true it came from a pair of Converse shoes?
Unfortunately, yes, as you can see.
You've got Converse on as well, yeah?
I do. I do not wear them because I'm named Chuck Taylor. I'm named Chuck Taylor because I wore them. I wore them when I was training. And so they gave me that name because those were the only athletic shoes I had, were high-top Chuck Taylors.
Happy with that, though?
No, I hate it. I really hate that name. I really wish I could get away from it. When they gave it to me when I was 15, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Now that I'm 28, it's like, ugh, it's embarrassing. I really hate my name.
Moving on then, we're in a generation of wrestlers, which you're a part of. There seems to be a new wave of independent wrestler coming in. Okay. Do you agree with that? Do you think the independent scene's really strong at the moment?
I think it's very strong at the moment, yeah. There's, obviously there's going to be peaks and valleys with anything because, you know, once you get to the top of the independents, most likely you'll get scooped up by one of the larger companies, which will leave a hole, but there's always a guy there to fill it. I think right now there's a ton of indies that are drawing great, that are having great shows. There's a ton of talent. It's a great time to be an independent wrestler. There's guys now making money on the indies, which is unheard of before the last few years.
Absolutely, and the internet has played a massive part in the rise of independent wrestling. Do you think the use of the internet is a good thing? Do you think it's giving access to this world? I mean, you can be a fan of Japanese wrestling from here in Stevenage or Mexican wrestling from anywhere in the world. Do you think that's a positive for the business or a negative?
Well, there's certain positive, there's definitely negative things about the internet and the way that the wrestling business is now, but the positives far outweigh the negatives, I think. Like you said, like I can be in Philadelphia and watch a Southwest show, or Southwest. That's where I went to elementary school. I'm sorry. I went to Southwest Elementary. Sorry. You can watch a Southside show. You can watch a New Japan show. You guys can be over here and watch a Chikara show, a PWG show. Yeah. You can follow anything you want. You don't have to just like what's on TV, which is a great thing. A great thing for the business, I think.
Absolutely. Also, with regards to the internet, though, one of the negatives is people are blaming the death of kayfabe on the internet and the use of social media and stuff. Do you agree with that, or do you think there's a way around it, or again, is it just evolution of the business?
I think it's just become the evolution. I like to think that, you know, you got guys like, I don't want to use names because I don't want to get yelled at later, but there's certain guys from the old times that complain about the things that guys of this generation do.
Yes.
You know, with
which in turn happened to them with the generation before them, I'm guessing.
I completely agree. But the generation before us is the one that really spilled the beans. That's the one that put it all out there. We just came into this post-apocalyptic wrestling world, and we're doing what we have to do with what we love. We're not the ones who spilled the beans. The beans have been spilled. They're not going back in. So, you know, we do what we have to do to keep things going.
And the final question, and you are the Kentucky gentleman. Sure. What's it like being in the home of English gentlemen?
Oh, it's lovely. I think maybe the Kentucky gentleman moniker is a bit ironic because most people think I'm a terrible person, but I've been treated with respect here. I tip my hat, my non-existent hat, to all English gentlemen. Maybe I'll be the English gentleman Chuck Taylor from here on out. Moving here.
I think that works for me. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chuck Taylor. Thank you very much.